you're not gonna come in.
If
You
I
know, salvation is not for you. It's for the Israelites. You know, but what? Just like back in the day, you know, when we were building the second temple, you had other nations trying to come and disturb us and try to stop what we were doing. You know, and now we're building that spiritual temple, the house of David, Bayashal Dawat, and now you're doing the same thing, but now you're doing it spiritually, saying we're not Israelites, saying that he didn't have a chance, you know. Hey, all this, coming up against us is a waste of time, man. Because at the end, truth is gonna speak and it's gonna tell you who are my chosen, who are Yahweh Ba'Hasham Yahweh Shai's chosen, you know, and you're gonna be confounded, man, you know.
if I can make a point, you know what I'm saying. Another thing is that the Lord, He has not chastened you to get you to be corrected so you could become better. You know what I'm saying, and so you can grow. You know what I'm saying. He's really, like it says, that the Lord has just let us. He has been allowing you to do all these wicked things and stuff because all it's doing is adding to your cup. You're adding to your cup of your wrath, man. I got
Right. To the
this
heathens.
this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 5. It says, "And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahweh, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him." You know what I'm saying? It's the Lord is telling the nation of Israel to continue because this is the Israelites that he's talking about. And it says, verse 6, "For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourge every son when he receiveth." Right? So the Lord is saying, do not, uh, um, do not despise his chastening because it's meant for you to grow. You know what I'm saying? This is punishments, timeouts, this, that, and the other, but it's for a growing reason. You have not grown, man. You know what I'm saying? And haven't been. The Lord has not chastened you. It's gonna get into that. It says, "If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father has chastened not?" And the Lord has never been chastening you, man. You know what I'm saying? All He does is punish you, man. Gives you your due judgment. And it says, verse 8. It says, "But if ye be without chastisement, whereof are whereof all partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons." And you all are bastards, because the Lord is not chastening you. All the things that you get for a judgment is needed, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not for your growth, man. It's for your destruction. That's why you are considered. That's why your whole nation is considered the son of perdition, man, which is a vessel of destruction, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one more precept. This is Sirach in Apocrypha chapter 30, verse 1. It says, "He that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end." And who's the Lord is gonna have joy of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, confusion of faces, who bloodline go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Who are of that remnant of the 144,000 and of the 1/3, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they had not despised the chastening. You know what I'm saying? They got corrected. You know what I'm saying? And did not refuse it, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Now I got another one. This is 2 Corinthians 5:18. "And all things are of the Most High, who had reconciled us to Himself by Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, and had given to us the ministry of reconciliation." Now when you look up that word again, it means to make friends again. You know, in order to be again, you had to be a friend to the Most High in the first time. You know, in the beginning, it had to be a point where you were a friend, then you stopped being friends, and now you're coming again to be a friend again. You know, and then the Lord was never a friend to these other nations.
All right.
The Lord always counted the nations spittle, as nothing, even less than nothing. You know, He always loved Israel. You know,
Okay.
and since we went off all the way and all that, He brought Yahweh Shai to give us that grace, to give us that mercy, that there is a chance, to give us that second chance. You know?
Con.
And only the Israelites. You know? Nobody else.
Con. I had a quick precept. This is Amos chapter 3. I'm starting verse 1. It says, "Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel." See how the Lord makes a direct, specific. You know what I'm saying? And it says, "Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth," meaning all the nations. "Therefore I will punish you, not y'all, you for all your iniquities." You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel, man. He's going to only chastise the nation of Israel because you chastise your son because you show love, man. You know?
That's right. This is Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know? So right there, he had not dealt so with any nation. You know? And in his judgments, they have not known them. He only deals with the family of Yasharallah, which is Israel. You know?
Okay. This is Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 2. It says "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people," not peoples, because people also goes to nations. So it's singular, and not plural. It says, "Unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth." So once again, the Lord is making a separation, man. To consecrate something means to make it holy, sacred. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord has only did that to the nation of Israel. This is Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. It says, "And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus saith Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn." You know what I'm saying? The Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel. It says in Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, that the Lord will bring a prophet from amongst thy people. And that's talking about the nation of Israel, man. You know?
From among your brethren, you know?
And who was that prophet? Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? And Yahweh Shai, according to Hebrews 7 and 14, he sprang out of the tribe of Judah.
Right.
So when so when he say that he's going to save his people, meaning that he's being direct and specific, his people, he's talking about the people that he came from, man. The tribe of the 12 tribes, man. Because the 12 tribes consist of one family.
That's right. You know? And then what? The disciples too. The apostles, all of them were Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Paul, we just read Paul. And Paul was what? The disciple of the Gentiles. The apostle of the Gentiles. You know? And he said he was Israelite. He was an Israelite. You know, and he said that he could be accursed from Hamashiach for his brethren's sake, his kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Those are plain scriptures right there. If you can't see that, then, you know.
And I got another precept, going back to how the brother brought out about Paul being the apostle of the Gentiles, but he was a Benjamin, you know what I'm saying, a curse from the flesh, you know what I'm saying, my kinsman according to the flesh, which means bloodline. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 22. It says, "Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I." You know what I'm saying? And Abraham also had Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? But Ishmael wasn't the one who was given the covenant, man. You know what I'm saying? It was Isaac. You know what I'm saying? And from Isaac to Jacob, man. Esau didn't get the covenant. So it shows that the Lord still had a selection, even because the scriptures talk about how he foreknew the nation of Israel, man.
That's right. I got another one. This is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the earth." Everybody. You know? It says, Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. But because Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, he had Yahweh brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
God.
It says, know therefore that Yahweh thy power, he is power, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. You know? So right there he's talking about the Israelites, a special people. And we clearly see that too. There's something about us that's different from all these other nations when it comes to cooking, when it comes to women, you know, uh, 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 dressing, the
Sports.
sports, everything. We always come out to be the best. You know,
Mm-hmm.
no other nation. And if they look like the other nation, it's because they're one of us.
God. This I got two more precepts. This is First Peter's chapter 2 verse 9. It says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye would shew forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness in, into his marvelous light." And Apostle Paul, you know what I'm saying, and pretty much all the prophets, you know what I'm saying, what they were doing. They was calling the Israelite foreigners out of the darkness that they believed was that their heritage, man. You know what I'm saying? To come back to their true heritage, which is the law, statutes, commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? Which they are the royal priesthood. You know, the scripture says in Romans 8:16, the Spirit bears witness that we are the children of the living power. You know what I'm saying? And the other one that I have, this is Sirach, or Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 44, starting verse 19. It says, Abraham was a great father of many people, and glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High, and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Therefore he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed. You know, seed, plural, not seeds. Even though Abraham had many seeds, man. You know? And it says, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from the river unto the utmost part of the land. With Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham his father's sake the blessing of all men and the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob, who acknowledged him in his blessing, and gave him an heritage, and divided his portions among the 12 tribes did he part them. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's cold, man. Yeah, it gives the whole breakdown. You know, Abraham, Isaac, and from Isaac to Jacob, and from Jacob to the 12 tribes.
Which every time when it came down to the prophets bringing out, it's like your forefathers, they always explained that it was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Shit, I gotta. I'm gonna get this one right quick. It says, well, to back you up, this is Second Esdras 3 and 13. Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou showest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau, Edomites, the so-called white man. And so Jacob became a great multitude, which is basically the same thing that the brother read. You know, those promises, those, the Lord dealing, who the Lord was dealing with, it was from Abraham, passed on to Isaac, passed down to to Jacob to the 12 tribes. You know. It says that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna skip down to verse 34 in chapter 3 in Second Esdras. It says, "Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there is also that dwell in the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel." Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or what people have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name had kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. You know? So how can you partake in the promises and the salvation and all that? You know? When the heathen never kept the law, statutes, and commandments. Because the heathen were never given the law, statutes, and commandments.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like that, it makes no sense, man. You know, this is a private club, man, and you can't get in.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And Fancy, we could end it with this unless you got.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we're just ending with this because I'm pretty sure we made our point. You know, this is 2 Samuel 7:22. Wherefore thou art great, O Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai power, for there is none like thee, neither is there any power beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And what one nation? How many nations?
What nation?
And what one nation? One in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel. You know, so they're saying, so who is like your people? You know, it's a what do you call those? A rhetorical question.
Yeah.
You know.
Obvious.
You know, and what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom the Most High went to redeem for a people to Himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible. For thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their powers. So he basically made a separation right there. He redeems us. He gathered us. He got us he got us away from from Egypt, the other nations and their powers. For thou hast confirmed to thyself thy people Israel to be a people unto thee forever, and thou Yahweh are become their power. You know, and then you could go away. I am the Lord, change not. You know, the Lord doesn't change. You know, and Yahweh Shai. He even said it. He only go to the lost sheep of Israel. Acts verse 5 where it says he set up a prince, you know, to give salvation and forgiveness of sins to the nation of Israel. You know, roughly paraphrasing it.
And then even in Hebrews 13:8, he says that Yahweh Shai is the same as today and yesterday and today, man.
Exactly, you know.
You know.
You know, hey. So with that, you know, I hope you Akim were edified, you know, and I know you heathens and Edomites, white man, Caucasians, Christians were cut to the heart, were pricked in the heart, you know. And you know, we're gonna end it by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Yasharallah that rule well. You know, and salutations to you Akim that are out there in the highways and the byways pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. And hey, keep on pushing, man. You know, keep on you know, staying diligent. You know, cause hey, we're in those times where we're gonna have a lot of those, you know, a lot more of EJ Loves, Spoken Malones. You know, a lot of them coming to our camp, coming on the common board. You know, and trying to debunk what we say.
And even of our own people, man.
And even of our own people. You know. They're gonna be standing hand in hand with them, joining hand with them. You know, hey, so the more diligent we gotta be in our studies, so we may be able to give an answer to every man.
Okay.
You know, hey, the scriptures say the righteous study to answer. You know, hey, so study. You know, and so you could be ready to cut these clowns, man. I mean, cause really, we it's gonna be known. you know. But hey, we are here to be we are set to be at the defense of the gospel, you know. So with that, shalom,
Bob, a ball.
abba, abba.